Hello, everybody, and welcome to our Letter of the Day Ideas video. This video is for homeschool moms, and I want to demonstrate for you how I taught the letter F is for frogs, and it's for teachers and even just anybody that wants to get some ideas for this theme. So the first thing that we did today in my classes is to decorate the letter F. We colored F with green because frogs are green. And then we learned how to write the letter F. So to make a letter F, all you have to do is make a number 1 and then 2 lines across. 1, 2. The line should be the same length if you can. That takes a little practice. 1, 2, 3. So you can practice that by skywriting if your child is very little. If they're a little bit older, they might want to use a board, or if they're ready, you can use handwriting paper like my handwriting house sheet that you can get at my website. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, well, for the little letter F, I usually show a candy cane because little F looks like a candy cane. And I always ask, do you like candy canes? I love candy canes. Well, little F looks like a candy cane. Let me show you. You're just going to curve around and down and then make a line that goes across the middle. See? A candy cane. Candy cane. Across. You try. Candy cane across. Make a candy cane and then a line across the middle. Candy cane across. Candy cane across. Candy cane across. So that is the little letter F. Now that we know how to write it, let's talk about the sound that letter F makes. Letter F says, you have to take your top teeth and put them on your bottom lip and blow. What does letter F say? Letter F says, as in frog, and I think a very special frog is coming to class today. Come on out, Kermit. Look, it's Kermit the Frog. So Kermit, did you come to help us with our letter F is for frog? Well, today we're going to be going to frog training school. Did you know that this video was frog training school? Well, Kermit's going to help us to see if we can learn how to be a frog like him, like he is. All right, so what's the first thing we need to do if we're a frog? We need to jump. Frogs jump, so let's jump. How are they doing, Kermit? You're doing a great job jumping. You passed the jumping test. The next thing to do at frog training school is to stick our tongue out and eat a bug. Well, I don't think any of us wants to eat a real bug, but can we pretend? Okay, so stick your tongue out. Pretend you're eating a bug. How are they doing, Kermit? You're doing a great job. You passed the bug eating part of the frog training. The next thing we need to do is swim because frogs are really good swimmers, right? All right, so let's swim and Kermit's gonna watch. Swim, 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 swim. How are they doing, Kermit? Did they pass the swimming test? You did. You passed the swimming test. Good job. There's only one more thing to do. Frogs say ribbit. So can you do that? Ribbit, 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 ribbit. You passed the frog croaking contest. You did, or part of the training. So you did it, everybody. That was our frog training school. Thank you, Kermit. And thanks, everybody. You did it. Kermit wants to give you a high five. Good job. Well, letter F is for frog, and great work passing the frog training tests. And Kermit, great work helping to teach us. So why don't you have a seat now, because we are going to do some math together. So that was a lot of fun. So for math today, what we did in my online classes was we did this really cool worksheet, and there's a link below for my website, and you can get a copy of the link for this. This is from Teachers Pay Teachers. It's a freebie, but you can get the link from the weekly lesson plan, so you can get this for yourself. So I don't have the worksheet for you because it's not mine, but so I put the link so you can get it from where it should be gotten from. So here we go. The directions say roll the dice and then add 1. So if you want to pause and get the worksheet, you can, or you can just have your child point on the screen, and that's fine too. So we're going to roll a dice. And what number was it? It's number 1. So we're going to add 1. So what is 1 plus 1? 1 plus 1 is 2. So let's find all the number 2s on the worksheet. Can you point to number 2? There's a 2. And there's a 2. If you get a copy of this worksheet, your child could cover over the numbers with a piece of cereal or a cracker, an M&M, or just even a coin or a piece of paper. And you don't have to X off all the 2s. You could just keep rolling and let them do just 1, 2, and then you could just keep the game going. All right, let's roll again. What number is that? That's the number 3. So what is 3 plus 1? 3 plus 1 is 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 plus 1 is 4. So let's find all the number 4s. You can point on your screen if you want to. There's a 4. And there's a 4. I think we found all the 4. So let's roll again. Whoa, what number is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what's 6 plus? Hold on. There it is. 6 plus 1. 6, 7. 6 plus 1 is 7. So let's find all the number 7s. There's a 7, and there's a 7 right there. Well, I'm just going to stop right there. That was just a demonstration to show you how to play that game. And if you'd like the complete lesson, just let me know. But I think that it might be more helpful to keep this video a little bit shorter. So, but you can let me know that for sure in the comments. All right, so the next thing we did after our math was a brain break. We always do our letter and phonics and reading and handwriting time, and then math, and then we take just a breather and do music and movement. Today's music and movement was the Five Little Speckled Frogs, and I have a link that I'll put below for that song, which is really a cute song. And then the next thing is our art. So why don't we head over to the art table and I'll show you what we made today. Today, I'll demonstrate the entire project. We made a cute little paper plate frog. Normally, I just show you the finished product. So if this is something that's helpful for you to see the whole project demonstrated, then please do let me know. Otherwise, I'll just save your time and just show you the finished product. But you can let me know for sure. So the first thing I did was took the paper plate and folded it in half. And then I just cut it in half. And then I used 1/2 of the paper plate to be the face of the frog. So we're just going to color that green. You could also use paint if you wanted to. Okay, so that is the face of the frog. So now we're going to just put a happy smile on there, just using a black marker. He doesn't have any eyeballs. So we're going to take the other half of the paper plate and we're going to cut out 2 circles. Now, I need something to trace to make my circle, so I'm using a toilet paper roll for my circles, but you could freehand it or you could just find another circle. All right, let's cut those eyeballs out. One, 2. Okay. Now I will save a little time and go ahead and show you how I decorated the eyes on one that's already finished. I just colored around the edges green, and then I just put a black dot in each, and I just glued them right on the top of this part of the paper plate. Next, I poked a hole right here in the center of the mouth. I used a pencil, so grown-ups, you'll have to help with this part. And now we're going to make a super cute tongue for this froggy. Now you could be finished right here if you have very little ones, very young preschool age. But if you want to, you could take a piece of white paper and cut it out like a rectangle, about this size, and then fold it in half like that. And then the next thing to do is to color that red. And I'm grabbing my red right now. Okay, so let's just color this red. I'm going to turn it over and color the other side red too. Okay, so I'm going to remind you that we just used a rectangle and we folded it in half. So this side is still open. So I'm going to take some tape and I'm going to close that side up. Now both ends are still open also. Let me show you that. So I'm just going to close one end up with some tape. The other end is still open like this, kind of like a little pocket. Next, I'm going to take a straw, just a little piece of a straw is all that I need. Be very careful with little ones, and if you need to have a longer piece of straw, then you can do that for sure. In fact, I thought I had a longer piece. This is probably smaller than I feel comfortable using, but you can get the idea. So just take the straw, put it inside. Let me say that again. Definitely use a longer straw if you have very little children, or don't even worry about this part. All right, so I'm just pinching the end where we put the straw in, and you saw me, I just taped it. The next thing I'm going to do is just take a pencil and roll the paper on the pencil. And then I'm gonna let the pencil go, let it come out. And there you have it. It's kind of like a homemade birthday party blower. So then I'm just gonna bring the frog face back and insert that right into the hole. Just like that. And there you have it. That's the finished product. But I'm going to come around and I'll show you how it works, okay? So we're back over in the classroom, and this is the little frog that you helped me to make. The straw poked through the back, and let me blow it and let you see what the tongue does. The tongue can stick out just like a real frog's tongue. You can roll it back up. And you can do it again and again. It's so much fun. Well, that was our art project for today. And for science, we learned all about tadpoles and frogs. So let me show you that right now. I have a little slide, PowerPoint slide. So this says from tadpole to frog. And teachers, if you're watching and you need this PowerPoint, I'll put the link below so that you can know where to get it. A frog goes through 4 stages called its life cycle. Those 4 stages are egg, tadpole, froglet, and adult frog. These are frog eggs. This is the first stage in a frog's life cycle. The black spots are baby frogs ready to start growing. I'm going to come out and back in because sometimes the second slide wants to freeze up. The gooey stuff inside each egg is food for the baby frog. There's enough food in there for about 21 days. When the baby frog grows bigger inside the egg and the food is gone, it becomes a tadpole. Some people call these pollywogs. A tadpole is a lot like a fish. It has a tail and gills to breathe with. It can swim around in the water. Tadpoles begin to grow back legs and then front legs. They begin to develop lungs and their tails get smaller. Their mouths grow wider. Now they're called froglets. They eat the green algae in ponds and other vegetation. They are herbivores. Froglets continue to grow. Their tails are used as stored food that gets absorbed. As the froglet grows bigger, its tail gets smaller. You can see both back and front legs now in this picture. This picture shows a frog that is almost fully grown. It still has a tiny little tail. Here the frog is fully grown. It has lungs to breathe with. It can come out of the water and hop around. It has a mouth that is as wide as its head. It eats bugs like flies. It's a carnivore. That means it eats meat. So that was science today. We learned a lot of facts about frogs and tadpoles and the stages of a frog. For story time, we read the story Froggy Rides a Bike. This story is by Jonathan London, and I'll put the link below in case you'd like to get a copy of this book for yourself. It's a little bit long, and so if you need me to read the whole story, please do comment and let me know. But otherwise, I just want to give you some ideas for letter F is for frogs. Don't forget, you can get the entire lesson plan at my website. I'll show you what it looks like. And this is our letter F theme. And this includes an activity for every single subject area. This is a complete pre-K. You could also use it for preschool and adapt it just a little bit more for kindergarten too, if you would like. So I hope that helped some and blessed your homeschool. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.